beautiful souls. Welcome back to my virtual home on YouTube or my channel, like everyone else say. Since you're my guest today and I'm your host today, and I want to be a good host, I appreciate if you do subscribe to my virtual home. And if you do press that bell button so you can get notified when I post more videos. So let's begin. So as a great host, I want to be sharing with you 12 amazing psychological facts that you can use to get whatever you want in life. Of course, not when you can harm someone, if you can use it in a good way. Number one, if you really want to make someone feel uncomfortable, you can start looking at the middle of their forehead. I'm not sure really where you want to be using this, but the reason that I'm trying to share this trick with you on this channel is because I want you to be using it when you're talking to someone and they're not understanding you, and the conversation is going into circles and is going to a wrong direction and is getting closer to an argument. By staring at the middle of their forehead, you will create an uncomfortable situation for them where the conversation will soften and the other person will change the gears and become more calm. Number two, never start your request with the word could you. For example, avoid questions like could you walk the dog? Even though they might answer yes to you and they might complete your request, but the word could you will back consciously leave them unconvinced about why they should be doing the action which you ask them to do. If you want to be polite but convincing, just say kindly walk the dog please and thank you. My next tip, if someone you're talking to is trying to avoid answering your question, the best thing you can do is to make a pause in the conversation and keep your eye contact with them at all times. This will make them very uncomfortable and therefore they're just going to start talking. They will keep talking to convince you, and chances are they'll give you more details and they might even speak the truth if they're lying to you. Your silence will make them believe that you already know the truth, and it's going to make it easier for them to reveal the truth to you. My next point, if you just started a new job or you just went to school or you're meeting new people in your life, if you really want them to like you and become your friends, the best way to do it is to ask them to explain something to you on the first day. This will improve other people's overall attitude towards you and it's going to help you become friends with them. The next point is that when asking a question that you want a positive answer to, try to slowly nod your head as you make your request. This is a trick which professional restaurants use while they get your order because they want you to order more, so they nod their head while they're asking you if you want something extra. This head nodding can also help you in many different places. For example, another thing you can do with it, if you want people to be more attentive to your words in the middle of a conversation or where you're talking to people, start nodding your head slowly while you're talking. This head movement will make people pay more attention to your words. This is highly effective and is something that I use as a coach to make sure my clients are staying on track, they're not getting lost in the conversation, and they're paying detailed attention to what I'm trying to tell them. The next one is that if you're one of those people who forgets things, like if you lock the door or turn the stove off when you leave the house, just try to say an awkward phrase when you're doing that thing. For example, while you're locking the door, start saying black sky. This is going to help you remember the past action you've done. So when you go outside and you forget and you start thinking about whether or not you lock the door, that phrase of black sky is going to come back to your mind and it's going to help you remember that you have completed that action and you did lock the door. And by the way, this is something that I use a lot because I tend to forget so many things because of all the busy schedule that I have. So I do have different phrases in my mind that I do while I'm doing something that I know I might forget later, and it helps. But the funny thing is that so many times I even forget to set that word for myself. So remember to set the word for yourself. My next tip for you is that if a person is trying to pull you into an argument or a drama, just try to say something nice to them, and after you say that nice word, just keep calm and stay quiet. And if they're your friends, family, or a partner, just go one step forward and try to put yourself in their shoes while you're saying kind words and keeping silent. This is going to help you understand their feelings and emotions, because understanding each other's feelings is one of the most important and must-haves in a healthy relationship. The next one is that whenever you feel anxious about speaking in front of a bunch of people or a job interview, the best way to decrease your anxiety is to admit your feelings out loud to them. But in a funny way, this is going to calm your nerves, lighten the moods, and will make the other people feel more compassionate towards you. I absolutely love this point, and every time I do it, it actually makes me laugh. But the reason I'm mentioning it here is not because we want to bother people using this point, it's because we want to protect ourselves and stay safe. Especially if you're in a public place or in a subway, this is a really useful point for you. So if you see someone staring at you and if they make you feel uncomfortable, just start staring at their shoes and don't give up. Keep gazing. This is going to make them feel uncomfortable and they're going to stop staring at you. I tried it and it works perfectly. Next tip, if you feel anxious and worried and negative when you meet someone, just remember this one point, that at the end of your conversation and your meeting, the other person will feel the same. And let's just say that it doesn't feel good and they don't like the vibe they're getting from you. So the next time you're about to meet someone, remember this and use this information. Okay, so next tip, if someone has done something wrong, try not to accuse them of doing it by pointing fingers at them. This is the worst thing you can do. Instead, try to change your wordings to make them understand what they've done, but also keep your relationship in good terms with them. For example, if your spouse didn't lock the door after you both left the house, don't tell them like you didn't lock the door. Instead, just say the words like, the door wasn't locked and we're so lucky nothing happened. The word we here plays a big role. It's going to bring the two of you together as a team. And while they understand they made a mistake, they still love you even more than before. The next trick is about sleeping. If you feel like you didn't get enough sleep and you're tired the next day, just keep repeating to yourself that I did sleep enough and I feel great. I know this sounds very funny, but it actually works 100% and I tried it myself. Colorado College has conducted a human brain study on this, and they have came to the conclusion that if you genuinely believe that you slept enough and you're not tired, even if you didn't sleep enough, your brain will function much, much better. We're done with all the points. These are all the points that I try to use in my own life. They're very, very, very helpful for me, and slowly, slowly, they actually change your life. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys enjoyed your time in my virtual home as much as I enjoyed mine with you guys here. And I really mean that. I enjoy recording the videos for you guys. So I do enjoy my time with you and I hope you do too. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and please do not forget to press that bell button beside the subscribe button. I hope you guys have an amazing day filled with positivity, joy, laughter, love, and all the good things that you want to have in life. Take care, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.